like no business.
All right, there is no business like show business. The Overtime Theater is making changes, and you can be a part of it all. I have two gentlemen here that are going to tell us all about it. Rob Barron, the president and board of directors for Overtime Theater, and Bryan Ortiz, who's directing For the Love of an Anesthesiologist. We were laughing about how long that title is, because anesthesiologist is like a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious kind of long word, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I blame the writer.
I think it's because it's a medical term. Every medical term is like 75 syllables. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration.
No, it's about right.
It's fair, yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about the Overtime Theater. You guys are getting ready to go through some major changes. You're getting ready to move.
We are moving. We have a Kickstarter page up to raise some money. We do need to raise money to move.
Okay.
And we don't have a home yet. We're still looking for exactly what building we're going to go into. And it kind of depends on how much money we raise as to what building we end up in.
And that was the question I was going to ask you. How do you plan on paying for this move?
Well, we have the Kickstarter page set up to raise money, and I bought a special hat to wander around with.
Oh, good. Did you bring it today? Because we'll put in a few dollars.
I figured it was TV. Nobody could reach through. So I did not bring the special hat. But we will be wandering around begging for as much money as we can in order to make sure our move is into the biggest, bestest theater we can build.
How much money are you hoping to raise for this move?
Well, we need $15,000.
Okay.
It'll cost a bunch of money to renovate whatever space we find and turn it into a theater. A lot of the spaces we're looking at are warehouses and old restaurants and things like that. And so it's going to take some work to change them and turn them into a theater. So we're looking for $15,000. Now, that being said, if we got more than that, well, we'd go to a bigger warehouse.
Right, but you're reusing space, so you're pretty much going someplace that's already built, and you want to make it pretty again, a warehouse or something that's closed down.
And you know, we would love to hear any ideas. If there's somebody in San Antonio that thinks they've got a warehouse that would make a great home for the Overtime Theater, find this on our website and send us an email. We would love to look at your warehouse.
And speaking of, on our website at foxsanantonio.com, we have the links. You can find out more about donating if you want to help the Overtime Theater move to their new location. And with that, one of the, obviously you guys get on stage and do all kinds of plays. One, For the Love of an Anesthesiologist. So let's talk about that, when people can go out and see it.
Yes, it's a wonderfully offbeat dark comedy. It opens April 13th, Friday the 13th, actually.
Oh,
so what are you doing for Friday the 13th?
timing.
You're going to see For the Love of an Anesthesiologist at the Overtime.
And what is it all about?
It is this really wonderful, weird story about a guy who ends up kind of like in limbo after he died. And so he has to reevaluate his entire life before he can move on to the next level. And so he's confronted with all these women of his past, and he has to deal with all these people in this crazy, weird world. So it's a wonderful little comedy about that happening to him.
Okay, we've got some pictures up there showing the actual reads, so you guys are getting prepared for the show. The actors and actresses that want to be a part of these shows, how do they get involved with Overtime Theater? Because a lot of times people are looking to do that too.
We have a link on our website, www.theovertimetheater.org. There's a link on our website there for people who are interested in auditioning. There's also a link on our website for people who have scripts that they've written. The Overtime only does stuff that is written locally. So we have a link on there for people who have a script that they'd like us to take a look at. We got to plan a whole new season in a new location, so anybody who has a script, we'd love to see it.
Very nice. Okay, we'll give that information once again. For the Love of an Anesthesiologist, opening up April 13th at the Overtime Theater right now.
This is the last play we'll be doing at 1414 South Alamo in the Blue Star Arts Complex.
Wow, okay. It's going to be bittersweet, though, to be moving, but they're looking to move. They want a bigger space, and they need your help. So go to foxsanantonio.com to find the link so that you can help the Overtime Theater move. But go and check out For the Love of an Anesthesiologist, because they need money for that as well when you head out there, because that just goes toward all of this production for the next one that happens.
It's true, yes.
Well, we appreciate you being here. Rob Barron, he's the president, board of directors for Overtime Theater, and Bryan Ortiz, he's the director of the long title, For the Love of an Anesthesiologist. I'm just giving you a hard time. Thank you guys for being here this morning.
Thank you very much for having us.
All right, and we'll be right back after a break for a chance for you to win a trip to the Texas Motor Speedway, and we'll have one last performance from Music in Motion.